Welcome to Mission Impactful, where we connect with some of the great local nonprofits as they make it their mission to be impactful. Hi, everyone. I'm Tara Tomczyk-Husak, President and CEO of the Troy Chamber of Commerce and the Nonprofit Network, and most importantly, your host. First, I would like to take a moment to thank our presenting sponsor, Trion Solutions. Stay tuned for our very first commercial break where you can learn how you can rely on Trion. So today on Mission Impactful, we're going to be talking a little more holiday, which explains the sweater. But we're going to learn about an amazing local nonprofit whose mission is to meet children's needs as a conduit of God's love, with its vision for a world where all children are thriving and connecting with Christ. Today, we are meeting with Patti Jacques, co-founder and executive director of Gifts for All God's Children. Patti Jacques co-founded Gifts for All God's Children in 1987 and serves as the executive director of the nonprofit that has served more than 86,000 underserved children. The organization provides Christmas gifts, school supplies, tutoring, and summer programs to thousands of children annually across Southeast Michigan. In 2024, Gifts for All God's Children served over 3,500 children through their various programs while connecting them to Christ through their local church partnerships. A former head nurse at Mott Children's Hospital, Patti has received numerous community awards, including the Spirit of Detroit Award. She lives in Rochester Hills with her husband and has 4 children and 10 grandchildren. Patti, thank you so much for joining us. So, Patti, thank you so much for joining us today.
And thank you for inviting me.
So, first of all, obviously, I feel like there's a lot of Christmas themes that we're going to lean into a little bit. But this all started because of Christmas in 1987. So can you tell me a little bit about what happened that year to now create one of the most substantial and impactful charities I know?
Well, we go to church in Troy, actually, for all these years, and our church, Faith Troy, did not have a Christmas outreach at all to any children. Okay. And I had actually seen a giving tree the Christmas before in 86 and thought, gee, our church should have some little, giving program. And a little. Yes. Yeah. And I mentioned it to one of the staff people, Karen, and she said, oh, Carol said the same thing to me. So that was the good Lord's way of putting us 3 women together to come up with what we thought was a little program. So that first Christmas, we came up with a name, Gifts for All God's Children. We came up with how we wanted to do the program, and we wanted it very personal and that people could give. We didn't say spend $25. We said these are the needs and please go shop. So literally we started with 3 churches from Detroit gave us 187 names. So that's what we sponsored in 1987.
I like how that was still small to you.
That was small to us. Yeah, 187 was small. And now really, it's been unbelievable. And we don't just work at one church in the suburbs anymore either. Yeah. We have a whole group of businesses and schools and churches that supply, and individuals that supply the gifts. And we worked with 52 last Christmas, 52 sites in Detroit, Pontiac, Flint, and even a couple in the UP. So we're providing to a lot of children that wouldn't even get Christmas without the generosity of people.
Well, and it was fun because we adopted a family a few times, and it actually makes it fun. You give a list, and I always enjoy this. So there's a pathway. So I guess, how do we talk through, how could somebody sponsor a child or a family? Walk me through this, because I know it from my side, but I'm sure there's more to it.
Yes. Well, we actually meet with our recipient partner groups, all these churches that know the children, or Detroit Rescue Mission Ministries, a lot of big groups too. We meet with them in August, actually, to kick off Christmas with them. And the children that are referred to us are children that they know, they have somehow relationship with. So it's not a freebie giveaway kind of program. Yeah. So these gifts are going to our partners, who will then have Christmas parties or something special that the children and families come to. Yeah. So we will get lists then. Our partners will get all their kids into our computer. We partner with this Advocate system, and it's great. You can actually see the child's, first name, their age, their gender.
And you kind of just select them, which I thought was fun.
Yes, you get to select the child or the family.
Yeah.
So if you have a 7-year-old little boy and you want your 7-year-old boy to go shopping with you, you can choose a 7-year-old little boy. And each of the children can pick, or the parent can pick up to 6 gift ideas.
Okay.
Many of them, The chest socks and underwear are on the list.
Yeah.
They don't have those hygiene items even, and of course toy, and they need coats and they need all kinds of clothes, pajamas. So you'll see the person sponsoring the child will see those 6 items that's been selected out of really there's 18 they can choose from. So this is the top 6, and then there's instructions on how to go shopping and wrapping and how do you label the gift, and then they get it to us at our workshop in Rochester. So it works really well.
Well, what was interesting to me, so obviously I've done this a few times, but it was almost heartbreaking because you're seeing these gifts, and I prefer to find teenagers.
Yes.
So my goal is because everybody wants to get the little kid stuff. So I always looked for that teenage person, and then I'd always look and it would be like, I would really like socks. And a coat to stay warm, and a scarf and hat. And you realize, like, it's about making sure we're taking care of each other. And it's not about maybe the toy, but mind you, I still find toys, and I still find the fun stuff too, because I feel like I have to.
Yes.
But it's just sometimes basic needs are really what they want. And that's kind of sad, but it's also inspiring to know people can make such an impact, and maybe that coat is going to keep them warm on the way to walking to school.
Oh yes, we have a story of a little girl that got a new coat for Christmas from us, from one of our sponsors, and she went to a church in the inner city, and she wore that coat day in and day out. She didn't even take it off. She was just parading around in that beautiful coat that she had received. So some of these children would not have Christmas. I mean, many of them, and some of them have gone through years without having Christmas before they got sponsored through our churches and us. So it's a great partnership we have.
I like also sometimes it'll specify favorite colors.
Yes, we've even asked
So
those.
we know that because
Yes.
I mean, I know some kids who really don't like the color green or
Yes,
orange, but like some
yes.
kids do. So
Yes.
it kind of helps. It makes it simple for the shopper as well.
Yes, there's a lot of good information on that ID tag that you get to go shopping with. And we have families, that they take their whole family out and they pick out the gifts and they wrap them. It's just a really wonderful thing for them to give and for those that receive.
I love it. So for the aspect, each child gets how many gifts? Or talk me through
they
that.
get at least 5 to 6 gifts, and
Okay.
we want them to equal because we don't want one child in the family to get 2 and the other one to get 20. So we don't go by actually money on how much money you spend, because actually teenagers are a lot more expensive to buy for than the baby.
That is
so
true.
we go by 6 gifts, and then we have a workshop in Rochester that we collect brand new clothes and toys and things all year long. So we can even up the families. We check, make sure all the kids are equal before we send them out. And then we sponsor the children that are not sponsored online at our workshop. So we have shoppers and wrappers and baggers there. It looks like Macy's department store.
Which I love, but I also am still laughing that this was a small endeavor.
It was a small endeavor.
Somehow, numerous years. So how many years are we now?
It's almost 38 this Christmas, 38. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And never dreaming. I mean, God had this plan. We had no business plan. I mean, I'm a nurse, We have a lot of
But
teachers.
you worked at Mott, so you were children. You were very pro.
Children, so. And we still just look at it and are amazed. And that's not just Christmas. We are just busy all year long helping these frontline ministries that are trying to help the kids.
Oh, I love it. Well, let's take a
That's
quick
right.
break because I do want to actually talk a little bit about that as well. So let's take a quick break and hear a word from our presenting sponsor, Trion Solutions. We'll be right back.
My name is Jenny Brown. I am the CEO of Dutton Farm. We are a nonprofit in the behavioral health system. It is so critical to partner with Trion so that we are not making any HR missteps and able to fully comply with all regulations while also being able to provide benefits and workman's comp and really support our employees in the way that they need.
And that's why we rely on Trion.
You can always rely on Trion.
Welcome back to Mission Impactful, presented by Trion Solutions. We are here with Patti from Gifts for All God's Children. So this originally started around Christmas time.
Yes.
But again, you grew, and now you're doing things all year round. Can you talk a little bit about maybe some of the things that are not Christmas related that you guys are doing?
Yes, we have a year-round calendar, and we are busy. So we actually do a couple thousand Easter baskets or buckets, we call them, the plastic buckets.
Yeah.
And we give to the same churches and ministries that we work with at Christmas, and they do Easter parties, and it's a wonderful thing for them. We have a huge summer ministry where we do 4 weeks of summer camp, 1 week of STEAM camp. We transport children to the sports camp, and we do field trips. So we go to Belle Isle, and we go to St. Clair Metro Park. We just get the whole family gets to go on the field trips. So those are all out of East Bethlehem on the east side of Detroit that we do all that summer stuff. And then we have a tutoring program that's fabulous, actually in 3 places now. So we are at East Bethlehem on Tuesdays and Thursdays. This is September till May.
Yeah.
Tuesday from 4 to 6. Then we started on Mondays now at Panda Vida in the Southwest Detroit on Mondays from 4 to 6. And we have a virtual tutoring program that actually came through the pandemic, but we use this IXL curriculum.
Yeah.
And we also are partnering with We Shall Read, which is another great, literacy group. So our kids really do well with our tutoring program.
Well, and it's great too because you're meeting, obviously we always like to do things face to face, but you have to meet people where they are sometimes. So the
Yes.
virtual component, I'm sure, has made a larger impact and be able to expand your reach.
Oh, it's wonderful. And a lot of the city families don't have transportation.
Yeah.
So it's hard for them. And that's on our wish list, is to somehow provide transportation and get a van maybe next year or the year after.
I have no doubt you'll get it.
Yeah, to get the kids to all these places. But tutoring is so needed, and we really are grateful we can provide that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now, you guys were able to reach 3,500 plus kids
right.
last year.
Yes.
Just for last Christmas.
Christmas.
That's gotta be a very difficult thing to organize and orchestrate. Can you talk me through a little bit about how you guys accomplished that task?
Yeah. Well, we are very grateful. We have a lot of volunteers. I mean, like hundreds of volunteers over the year. And we have this workshop building that's 6,000 square feet, and it's filled with only brand new clothing, and we work on it really all year long. People donate to us, and we buy when things are 90% off. We buy every coat on the rack, of those sizes, and we inventory it. And our whole team over there, they keep it running. So once we kick off Christmas in August with our groups, they get all the names of the kids into our computer system, and they update them if they've been in the year before. And then we get ready to hand them out to churches and schools and businesses and anybody that will sponsor a child. And then we put it on our website, and people come in and sponsor them. So then we have groups that do toy drives, which we need desperately all the time. So some will do hygiene. We provide hygiene kits to the kids too. So it's pretty amazing, and the donations that come in are just the generosity of people. We get to see that, and that's a really wonderful thing.
Well, and I guess here's the thing. This is my favorite question to ask, and it's always the last question. What are ways people can donate to you, get involved, and just help you make a larger impact? Because I don't think you're ever going to slow down.
Probably not. No. There's so many opportunities, and there's so many needs too.
Yeah.
So we are this conduit. That's in our mission statement. We connect. So the way people can help, they can pray for us, which we really need that.
That's always needed.
And they can collect things for us all year long. The super shoppers that get deals, we take deals. We take stuff for Easter. We take things for back to school.
And it's always new stuff. Just so I want to make sure it's
Everything
brand new.
is brand new that comes to our workshop. They can donate to us. They can go to our website, giftsforallgodschildren.org. There's ways to donate there. And volunteer. You can come and wrap gifts, or you can come and tutor with us, or help us in the summer. So we have lots of ways, and we actually have a volunteer form on our website that you fill out, and then it gets into our system, and we send out emails and tell you volunteer opportunities that you can sign up for.
I love it. Well, Patti, you might be the only person I know who has equal or more energy than I do. So thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate everything you have done. Just the number of children's lives that you've impacted. It's spectacular. Yeah. And the fact that I know you don't do it alone.
No, I don't. And I may be the face of this organization, but boy, do we have so many incredible people.
Well, I also think the true face are the smile of the kids.
Yes.
And
we thank God for his plan, because it sure wasn't our plan 38 years ago.
I love it. Well, that's all we have here today on Mission Impactful. Special thanks, obviously, to Patti with Gifts for All God's Children. And that's all we have here today on Mission Impactful. Special thanks to Patti with Gifts for All God's Children for joining us today, and also to our presenting sponsor, Trion Solutions. For more information on the Nonprofit Network or for joining the Troy Chamber, go to troychamber.com. We all have the ability to make positive change, and we hope today you make it your mission to be impactful. Thanks, everyone, and have a great rest of your day.